Good morning, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. Hello, my name is Tianna Christine. Welcome to your Saturday morning yoga class, or whenever you're watching this. I thank you so much for being a part of it. We are going to flow today. We are going to energize our bodies, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Go ahead and grab your blocks. I have my blocks to my left and to my right, so go ahead and grab everything you need, because today we are going to flow it out. It's so nice to be back in the studio. In full transparency, I was feeling like yesterday it just was like, all right, I'm feeling tired. I want to give in, especially today it's not as sunny. I want to give in to just staying in bed. But you know, it's really those things that I feel like I have to keep coming back to the mat. It keeps drawing me back, of course. And I'm so happy to be here. So it's one of those things I wake up and I'm like, no, I got to come onto the mat. I have to. So I first want to say hello. I see we got some people who are joining live. So hello, happy Saturday. CS Scott, good morning to you. Let's come through with the shout out. Hey, we got Tamisha. Hello. Good morning. Oh, we got Carlos. Hello. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Yes, we have Michael. Hello. Let's have a great class. You're ready? I hope you're ready. I do hope that you are ready for class. All right. Oh, I hope that you are ready to move your body. Feel free to move it around. Get yourself ready. Move your arms, move your hips. That really helps to kind of just get the body going in the morning. I will definitely say some of the things and routines that I do before I even get out of the bed. Of course, my gratitude practice before the first thing that I do. But I do like to have a little stretch. Just start it off. Little stretch in the morning just to get my body going. I see we have my moderator who has joined. Hello. Happy Saturday. Let's roll. Okay, now that my mod is here, we can pick this intention word. Yesterday was balance, and I have been sharing, this has been in a couple of my private sessions that I've been doing this week. I've been talking about napping and how important naps are. If you are not napping, there's no judgment, because sometimes it's hard to find that place. But I enjoy a nice little nap. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's nice to be able to just nap sometimes. So I am hashtag team nap all the way. All right, let's pick our card. Let's make it a nice good one. Let's see. All right. Can you believe that we're almost already at the end of May? I cannot believe it. It's really, really hard. I'm still celebrating all month long. Even though my birthday was just 2 weeks ago, I am still celebrating all month long. All month of May. It is still my birthday, so I am not afraid to continue to celebrate, especially because I was away for my birthday, so I wasn't able to celebrate here with family and with friends. So it's nice to be able to come back home and to celebrate. Oh, all right, this word right here, it's a whole word. All right, today's intention word, are you ready? Today's intention word is listen. Listen. I love that. You have to listen to your body. You have to listen to those intentions and that intuition that you have. It really helps to guide you. So listen. I love that one. I really, really do. All right. So I see we have some comments here. Yes. Breath of fire. Okay, we have some asking about breath of fire. I will definitely try to get that in, Latrell. Thank you. Thank you, CS Scott, for the happy belated. Good morning to Lachelle. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Thank you so much for the intention word. Thank you for putting that in. Yes. All right, I love it. We make sure we get that intention word in. I love it. Are we ready to get on the mat? Are we ready to get ourselves situated here? So let's come to any comfortable seat, whatever comfortable seat that works for you. Just allow yourself to get grounded here. Give yourself permission to be right here in this space. So however that looks for you today, I want you to give yourself that energy. Give yourself that time. So we inhale in and we exhale out. Fully feeling present here within this moment. Allowing your body to connect with the earth. With every exhale, getting a little bit more even within your sit bones. Maybe it looks cross-legged like this. Maybe your legs are out. I want you to tap into that body. And as you continue to breathe, maybe you're tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system. I want you to listen to your body and exactly what it needs today. Sometimes our body is saying, maybe we want to hold that stretch a little bit longer. Maybe we want to take child's pose. Maybe we want some water. So today as we journey through, I want you to take a moment and just listen to what our body is requiring from us. So we're going to take 2 cycles of breath. Just allowing that to sink in. Inhale in. Exhale, draw the chin to the chest. Feel the stretch along the back of your neck. Inhale in, bring the chin towards the ceiling. Inhale in, exhale it back to neutral. We're going to start by rolling our shoulders. Just really inviting a little bit of movement here. And I want you to notice which way you started rolling your shoulders. Did you start rolling them forward or back? Whichever way you are, just pause, and I want you to rotate them the opposite way. So however you move your shoulders, maybe that's what your body needed today. Maybe that's just routine. All right, go ahead and bring those shoulders to stillness. Bring those hands out, fingertips in line with the hips. And I want you to tent those fingertips, pressing your fingertips in towards the mat. We're going to start that energy right here as we press our fingertips in towards the mat. We're not using our wrist, we're using those fingertips. And I want you to draw that energy down into your mat. Sitting up nice and tall, lift through the chest, draw the energy all the way through those fingertips as you press into your fingers. We're starting to already feel that energy. We're connecting ourselves. We're waking our body up. Maybe we're energizing ourselves for bedtime, depending on whenever we're watching this. And I want you to begin to lean over to your right side as we draw the left hand up. I want you to gaze up towards the hand if that's comfortable. As we start to stack our shoulders. Take it down. We're going to switch to the opposite side. So pressing in the left side, let's lift up the right hand, gaze up. And let's take it back down. Bring those feet out in front of us as we continue to still lift through the fingertips. Press into the fingertips and lift through the hands. Flex your toes back towards your body. Slight bend into your knees. And let's point those toes down. So point your toes down towards the ground. And flex the toes back. Point your toes down. flex it back and release, shake it out. Let's bring those arms up overhead. Let's go ahead and flex those toes back as we lift up through the chest. Exhale, we forward fold. Now imagine this is almost like our forward fold, and maybe you grab here with your shins, and that's okay. It's almost like our forward fold standing. We haven't got to our standing posture yet. Maybe you give it a little rock from side to side, keeping that slight bend into your knees. Release your head. Let's rock it out. Maybe you feel comfortable where you grab towards your feet. Whatever feels good for you today, listen to your body. On that inhale, let's start to walk our hands back up towards our bellies. Come up to a nice comfortable seat. We're going to bend our knees. Ooh. Take our knees to one side. Let's come to our tabletop position. So tabletop position here, we give it a rock from left to right. We're going to start to move our wrist. So let's start to bend our right hand. We flip the palm. We take the wrist down. Feel that stretch along the top of our arm here. No weight bearing on there. Just gentle stretch. Let's go ahead and release it. Give it a shake. And let's flip the opposite arm. So flip the hand. Palm comes up. Give it a little stretch here. And let's release. Let's shake it out. Let's start here with our hip circles. So our hip circles, we start to make that circle all the way around with our hips. Continue to move your body. Oh, yes. I tell you, I come to the mat on Saturdays because I love to be able to come to my mat and share the practice. And it feels so good. It's a great way for me to start my day. I want you to pause wherever you are. Let's rotate our circle. Keep going. And we're going to end with our hips towards our heels. In a little child's pose, let's bring those knees out nice and wide. Big toes to touch. Bring our chest down towards the mat. Maybe we slightly begin to tuck our tailbone under. Draw the belly up towards the ribs. Bring the gaze towards the hands. Let's come back to our tabletop position. All right, let's start with our cat-cows. Remember, I like to call them cow-cats, right? So if there's any pressure within the wrist, go ahead and turn those hands out towards the sides of your mat. We're going to start with our cow pose first. Lower the belly. Gaze it up. Exhale and reverse. Cow pose. And reverse on that exhale. Arch the spine, chin the chest. I want you to do 3 more of those at your own breath, at your own pace, whatever feels good to you. And when you're done, you'll come back to your tabletop position. Nice neutral spine here. We're going to tuck our toes underneath. Gently shift the weight back for a toe stretch here. We just don't realize how much we're strengthening our ankles. Nice and gentle toe stretch. We're getting that energy and that blood to flow towards our toes. Shift the weight forward. Let's come to our first downward facing dog. Let's lift our knees. Bend opposite knees as we pedal out our feet. Move your hips. Feel that stretch come all the way down the back of the leg. And once you get comfortable, you can start to shift the weight back into the heels. Relaxing in your downward facing dog. Draw the belly up towards the spine. Let's look towards the feet. then up towards the knees. Draw the gaze towards the belly. Tuck the chin into your chest. Slight bend into your knees. Let's begin to walk our hands to the back of our mat. Belly on the thigh. Relax your head. Get nice and comfortable within this forward fold. On that inhale, we slowly come all the way up, press into the feet. We slowly bring it all the way up. Bring those arms up overhead. Slight back bend if that feels good. Gaze up towards the ceiling. And on that exhale, let's bring it all the way down. Let's walk towards the front of our mat. This feels good. Just go ahead and give your body a little shake out here. We just finished our first downward facing dog. So sometimes that can just feel a little bit unroutine for us, especially if we've had a couple days in between our practice. So get your bearings. We're going to start in our sun salutation flow. So go ahead and bring those feet towards the top of the mat, leaving room for your hands to come down. We're going to do 5 sun salutations just to warm up our body before we get ourselves in our practice. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. Let's take a flat back. Hands to the shin or hands down towards the mat. Let's step it back and we flow it out. Now you can step back to your tabletop position first. Get yourself ready. Maybe you don't want to do a plank or a cobra pose. Maybe you stay right here into your tabletop and then you push back to downward facing dog. Or maybe you'd like to hinge forward, lower yourself down. Bring your belly all the way down, untuck your toes. And maybe you gently lift the chest up for a little baby cobra. You can tuck your toes, shift the weight back to a tabletop position, and then push up to your downward facing dog. So you're welcome to make that a part of your flow. Take one more full cycle of breath. And let's go ahead and come to our forward fold. Front or back of your mat. On that inhale, let's come all the way up. All right, let's go right back into it. This is number 2, forward fold. Let's take a flat back. We step it back, we flow it out. Again, you can take your tabletop position, or maybe this time you'd like to take full plank. Lower yourself down, maybe chaturanga, hover. Inhale, upward facing dog or a cobra pose. And then together, we meet in downward facing dog. Pressing away with the fingertips. Draw the belly up. Forward fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Let's go right back into it. Number 3, forward fold. Remember that hinge at the hip. Flat back right here. Plant the hands, we step it back, and we flow it out. All right. Now, if you haven't gotten a fan, a drink of water, feel free, a little sip. Relax here in your downward facing dog. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, number 4. Can you keep me honest with the count? Please keep me honest. Flat back. Plant the hand, step it back, we flow it out. We meet in downward facing dog. All right, let's take one more full cycle of breath. Make it count. And let's take our forward fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Last sun salutation, A right here. Flat back. Plant the hands. Let's flow it out. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Inhale, let's slowly, nice and slow, begin to come all the way up. Nice and slow, then bring those arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the ceiling. We press our hips forward. Slight back bend here if it feels good. On that exhale, lower the hands down by your side. We come to our mountain pose. Just take a second. Let that sink in. If you didn't grab that fan, go ahead and give yourself a second and grab the fan. Rock it from left to right. So sometimes, if your body is like, okay, we're waking up, we're warming up, we're good to go right here. All right, I want you to turn to your side of your mat. I want you to step your foot up nice and wide. Nice and wide right here. And I want you to turn that front toe towards the front of your mat. Turn it towards the front of your mat where we have our toes nice and even. Doesn't have to be train tracks. You can make it nice and wide. Whatever feels comfortable for you with balance. All right. We're going to begin to turn our torso towards the front of the mat. So we're here in our pyramid pose. Just a little bit different way of getting into it, right? On that inhale, we bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We hinge. We hinge at the hip. So remember that hinge at the hip, nice flat back. You can bring your hands down towards the mat. Or maybe you take your hands to blocks. Whatever feels good to you. I want you to begin to turn that back foot towards the front. A little bit of maybe a 25, 35 degree angle, okay? Relax yourself here. Again, maybe you have your blocks. Maybe you take those blocks down. Whatever feels good to you. I want you to feel that stretch along the back of the top leg, all right? Keep breathing. Maybe you get down a little bit deeper into that stretch. Maybe you bring yourself down a little bit further. Whatever feels good to you. Take 2 more breaths right here. If that top hip starts to come up, just gently begin to tap the hip back just a little. On that inhale, we slowly begin to rise up. If you have your blocks, you can take them into the front of your body. Bring those arms up overhead. We're nice and stable here. We're going to lower our hands, turn towards that side of our mat. Get your body nice and comfortable here. Then we're going to start to turn that opposite leg. So that toe is going to point towards the back of our mat this time. Again, we're going to do that same thing, but this time towards the back of our mat. So again, let's turn our body. Let's get ourselves ready for our pyramid pose. Let's bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, let's hinge it forward. Again, maybe you bring your hands down towards the mat. Maybe you can come back, grab your blocks, right? Maybe you have it here. And that's okay, you can stay right here. Just take a moment, relax those shoulders. And if it feels good, you can start to bring those blocks down. We're going to turn that back foot in towards the front. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you bring it down a little bit further. Feel that stretch along the back of the front leg. Maybe you take it down a little bit more. Again, noticing that hip, readjust if needed. Take 1 more full cycle of breath. On that inhale, you come all the way up. bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, lower the hands down. Bring it back to the center. Rock the hips. Let's bring the arms up overhead this time. Bring the hips to stillness. We're going to interlace our thumb with the hands up. Lift up through the chest. Exhale, we hinge it forward. Bring it all the way down. Bring your hands down. Maybe they come to a block. And here is all right. You can maybe take both blocks. So you can take it down here. Maybe you'd like to come a little bit deeper into your fold. Go to medium. And maybe you'd like to take that fold a little bit deeper and low. Remember to shift the weight into the balls of your feet. Maybe you'd like to take your hands all the way down to the mat. Whatever feels good to you. Let's start to walk our hands over to our right side. You can bring your blocks if your blocks are with you. Then gently back to center and over to the opposite side. Gently bring it back to center. Slowly begin to rise all the way up. Bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, let's bring it all the way down. Rock the hips. Let's come back to the top of our mat. I'm going to move my blocks here. Bring it all the way back up. Arms come up overhead. Bring some space over so your hands can come down. Exhale, forward fold. Take a flat back right here. I want you to bend your knees, belly on the thigh. Bend the knees, bend the knees. A little squat right here. Exhale, come back to your forward fold. Let's squat here, belly on the thigh. Take it right back up to a forward fold. Exhale and squat. Ooh. Take the belly onto the thigh and come back to your forward fold. Last one, squat. We're going to hold it here, but this time we're going to lift the arms up. Lift the arms, have a seat in your chair. You can interlace the thumbs, tuck the tailbone underneath. Exhale, forward fold. Woof. Step it back, we flow it out. Again, this flow part here is optional. We're going to come to our downward facing dog. Let's start to lift our right leg up. Bend it open, three-legged dog right here. Maybe we gaze up towards that underarm. Bring that knee towards the nose. Bring the foot in between the hands. Let's start to pivot that back foot. Let's come up for our warrior one. Remember to keep that bend into your front knee. That knee is going to be tracking right over your toe. Exhale, let's open it up. Warrior two. Nice strong warrior two here. Widen your stance if you feel like you can't really bend. Inhale, let's reverse. Exhale as we windmill it down. We step it back and we flow it out. Again, you can push directly to your downward facing dog. Whatever feels good to you. We're going to do that same thing on the opposite leg. Let's lift the leg up. Bend it open. Maybe you gaze underneath that underarm here. Bring the knee through. Arch the spine. Bring the foot in between the hands. Let's pivot our back foot. Bend the knee. Come up. Warrior one on this side. Exhale, open it up. Warrior one here. Nice and strong arms. Remember that knee is over the ankle. Inhale, let's reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Let's go ahead and step it back and flow it out. Take a moment here. Come back to your breath. Downward facing dog is a resting pose. Let's come to the top of our mat. Forward fold, walk, step, or jump. Let's bend our knees. Come back to our chair. Take a moment here. On that exhale, bring yourself to a standing position, standing mountain pose here. We stand in our power, we stand in our truth. Feel free, you can always take a little break. You can always come to child's pose. You can always take a sip of water, turn your fan on, whatever you need. Can we do one more sun salutation B? Just one more? I'm listening. I think I hear yes. All right, let's bend our knees, sweep the fingers, have a seat in our chair. Let's stay here. Let's make it nice and juicy. We want to make it count. On that exhale, forward fold. Let's take a flat back here. Plant the hands, we walk, step, or jump back to our plank. And let's lower it down. Push it up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog right here. Whew. I have the glow. Let's lift the right leg up. Bend it, bring it through, frame the hands. Pivot that back foot, warrior one. Bend into your front knee. Exhale, open up. Warrior two right here. Inhale, let's reverse. Nice soft arms. Keep the bend into the knee. You can slide that hand down the back. Exhale, let's take a side angle this time. Keep the bend into the front knee. Sweep the back arm up overhead. We're stacking our shoulder. We're opening up that complete side body here. Keep the bend. Inhale, let's reverse. Exhale, we windmill the hand down. Step it back. We flow it out. Ooh. All right. Of course, we have two sides, right? So we have to do the same thing on the opposite side. Let's lift that leg up. Bend the knee, bring it through to frame the hand. Pivot the back foot. Open up to your warrior one. Bend into your front knee. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, let's reverse. Feeling that stretch along that side body. Exhale to a side angle. You got this. Inhale, let's reverse one more time. And windmill your hands down. Let's flow it out right here. Let's come up to our upward facing dog. Or let's go push back to our downward facing dog. That's where we meet together. This time I want you to take 2 cycles of breath. So allow that heart rate to begin to slow a little bit. Come back to your breathing. Walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Let's come and have a seat back into our chair. Take a pause here. Get comfortable in that chair pose. On that exhale, let's go ahead and bring ourselves to stand. Woo! Take a moment here. Give it a little rock from side to side. You got this. Do you see the glow? All right. It's not sweat, it's glow. All right, I want you to come to a nice, comfortable standing pose here. I want you to look down at your feet. Are your feet and toes tracking towards the front, parallel? You can be at the front of your mat or side of your mat. I want you to get somewhere where you can anchor yourself. Maybe it's a chair, maybe it's a wall. Somewhere where you can anchor yourself. And I want you to begin. And so if feet together is too much, give yourself some space. Gaze forward. I want you to focus on something that isn't moving. Take your hands down by your side. Get nice and comfortable here. I want you to balance on all 4 corners of your feet. And by all 4 corners, that doesn't include your toes. So if you lift your toes up and you're still balanced, you're good. Go ahead and gently begin to place those toes down. Relax it here. Take a full cycle of breath. And we're going to begin to lift that right heel off the ground. Maybe it's snap, crackle, pop. That's okay. Go ahead and feel the weight shift. And then we're going to start to lift that heel off the ground. So maybe we lift it off the ground. Maybe we bring that knee in towards the chest. Maybe we hug it in. Just go ahead and feel comfortable right here wherever you are. Now, if this hip starts to come up to compensate, I want you to just take a moment, bring that hip back down. If you wobble and you come out, don't worry. I'm right here waiting on you. Let's start to move that ankle around. You got this. Let's take a pause. Go the opposite way with your ankle. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Can we begin to stretch the foot out? Stretch the foot out, stretch the foot out. Exhale, lower the foot down. Woo, rock it out right here. All right, I'm glowing. All right, let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So get comfortable, get grounded. Focus on your drishti point. We lift up the left heel. When you're ready, let's start to bring it in. Hug the knee into the chest. Again, if our bodies start to come out, we want to bring it back, center it back in again. Let's start to rotate that ankle out. Woo. Sometimes it can be difficult to do this, so again, you can always hold on to something. Let's pause. Let's go the opposite way. All right, let's stretch that foot out. Stretch it out, stretch it out. Exhale, let's start to lower it down. Shake it out. All right, we just got a couple lunges and we're going down to the mat. All right, let's turn towards the front of our mat. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale and forward fold. Remember that hinge at the hip. Bring it all the way down. Let's plant the hands. I want you to step it back to a downward facing dog. Take the right foot, bring it through. Frame the hands. This time we're going to stay in that lunge position. Remember I said we're doing a lunge, so you're welcome to stay just like this with the knee up, or maybe you take that knee down. Wherever you are, we're going to sweep the arm up overhead. So again, you can stay up Sweep it up overhead. I want to get that hip stretch. Maybe you take it back just a little bit here. On that exhale, let's go ahead and bring it down. Step the front foot back, come back to your downward facing dog. So if you're here, come back to your downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and sweep the opposite leg up. Bring it through to frame your hands. Again, you can come down onto your back knee, or maybe you stay up and we sweep the arm up overhead. Bend into your front knee, slight back bend here. On that exhale, let's bring it down. Step the front foot back, downward facing dog. Let's lower the knees down, child's pose, right here. Take a moment, come back to your breath. We're going to walk those hands over towards our right side in our child's pose. Then back to center and over to the left side. Gently come back to center. Maybe notice if you get into this pose a little bit nicer here. Gaze towards the hands. Let's start to walk our hands back towards our body. Maybe you have a seat onto your hands in our seated hero pose. Maybe you rock it out from here, left and right. Let's take those knees to one side, come down, have a seat onto your hips, bring those feet around, butterfly your feet out right here. Take a moment, sit up nice and tall. Maybe it's a rock from side to side. Maybe you start to flap those butterfly wings. If you feel like those hips are a little bit tight and you're like this, maybe you do a little flap. Flap the butterfly wings. Maybe you can start to lower them down. Maybe they start to relax. All right. It's all right if they don't flap as big, far, fast. It's okay. It's your body. It's however your body moves today. Take a moment. Let them get still. Sit up nice and tall. Take a full cycle of breath. I want you to inhale in, exhale, turn towards your right side. Gently look behind you. Feel that stretch along the back of the shoulder, right? Gently take it back to center and over to the opposite side. So turn, look away on the opposite side, look behind you. Bring it right back to center. I want you to bring those feet out. Wiggle the toes. I want you to come towards the front of your mat if you're not already. Bring those feet down onto the ground, knees bent. Hug the back of your thighs. Let's start to stretch our legs, our arms out. Roll it back and bring your knees with you on the way back. Bring your knees with you, come down onto your back, hug the knees into the chest. Give it a rock from left to right. Oh, this feels good. I don't know about you. Now I want you to have that lower back on the mat as much as possible. All right, let's start to stretch our right foot overhead. Flex the toes back. Lower it down, but let it hover here. Maybe you point the toe. Maybe you bring it back up. Bring it down, let it hover. Take it back up. We're going to do that 5 more times. Yes, I said 5. Take it down. and back up, and 4, and up, and 3, bring it up, and 2, take it up, lower back on the mat, no stress in the jaw, down for the last 1, take it up, flex the foot back, let's go ahead and swap out the legs, flex the front foot, release the bent knee, the toe. Alright, let's go ahead and lower it down, let's point the toe, let it hover. Same thing on this side, bring it up, lower down, bring it up, down for 5 more, yes, a little yo lattes, and for 4, take it up, and 3, remember to breathe, down 2, take it up, down last 1, bring it up, we're going to bring both feet up overhead, let's flex the toes back towards the body as if we were holding up the ceiling with just our feet. Let's take those arms up overhead. Let's point our toes. Let's lower our legs down. Again, let's let them hover. It's all right if we start to shake. Take them right back up. Maybe we zip those feet together as much as possible. Let's take it down. Let it hover. Take it right back up. Let it hover again. Lower back is on the mat. Take it right back up. Down one more time. Let it hover. Take it back up. Hug your knees into your chest. Give it a rock from left to right. Bend the knees, feet flat on the mat. We're setting up for our pigeon pose on our back. We cross our leg, figure 4, one over the other. Take a pause right here. Inhale in, exhale, hug that chin into the knee into the chest. Chin can also be towards the chest. Flex the top foot. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. Maybe you hug it in a little bit tighter. Whatever feels good for you in this moment. Remember, listen to your body. We're going to release our hands. Keep our feet where they are. Let's cross that top foot over your body. Look away from your knees. Feel free, you can hold on to that top foot. Keeping that foot planted. Allow that hip to relax. Start to feel that stretch along the glute and the hip. Taking one more full cycle of breath. Inhale, let's bring it back in. Come back, knee towards the chest. Let's rotate it, bring it down. Uncross your leg. Give it a little rock from left to right. Cross over the opposite leg this time. Figure 4 cross. And let's hug that knee in towards the chest. Thread the hand through the back of the thigh. Exhale, release the shoulders. Let the head fall. Unclench your jaw. We're going to keep our knee in, release the hands. Let those hands come out. Let the foot fall over to the side. Again, you can hold on to the foot. Let that hip start to release. Look away from your knee. That feels so nice to my lower back and my hip. Just take a moment And relax right here. On that inhale, let's go ahead and bring it back to center. Hug the knee back in. Uncross your leg. We're going to bring it down. I want you to take those feet as wide as you can get them. So feet as wide as the mat. We're going to let the knees fall over to one side. Just let your knees fall nice and wide. You're going to start to feel it right here. You feel it? All right. Take it back up to center. Over to the opposite side. Just let them fall wherever they are. All right, you feel it right here now this time? Okay. Just let it relax. Take it back to center. Let's give it some windshield wiper rocks. These are our wide windshield wiper rocks from left to right. Let's start to take the soles of the feet to touch. Start to butterfly out the knees. It's all right if those feet start to push forward. Relax the knees. Let the feet relax. This is giving you a different sensation here on the inner thighs. Just allow the body to let gravity take over on this one. So it's okay if the feet start to push forward. Just allow those legs to fully relax. On that inhale in, we're going to exhale. We're going to press the soles of the feet together. As we start to close the thighs up like a book, press the feet together. Bring the feet down. Walk the heels in towards your glutes. We're setting up for our bridge pose. Maybe you walk those fingertips down towards the heels. Or maybe you just bring those elbows in. Fingers can be up towards the ceiling. Toes track forward. We press into the feet as we lift the hips up. If your elbows are down, press into the elbows. Allow that to lift your body up. We inhale in, we exhale, we lift a little bit higher. And again, lift a little bit higher. And bring it all the way down. Lower back comes in contact with the mat. Let's rock from left to right. Can we do that one more time? One more time. Walk those heels in towards the glutes. Let's bring those fingertips towards the heels or elbows in, whichever way that feels comfortable to you. Let's press into the heels, press into the hands. If they're down, let's lift the hips. Shoulders melt into the mat. Maybe we take an inhale in, we exhale, we lift it up a little bit higher. We inhale in, we exhale, we lift a little higher. Keep pressing up. And on that exhale, let's lower all the way down. Lower back comes in contact with the mat. Hug your knees into your chest, nice and wide this time. Knees comes towards the shoulders and rock from left to right. This is almost like our modified happy baby pose. Just keep rocking from side to side. I want you to bring those knees together. Supine twist. Bring the knees to one side. Hands come to a T. Look away from your knees. Take one more full cycle of breath. Take the knees together, bring them back to center and over to the opposite side. Take the knees down, look away from your knees. And on that inhale in, we slowly come back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. And exhale, I want you to relax to a comfortable position. Maybe you take a posture or two before you come to that relaxing position. Maybe it's a happy baby pose, right? Maybe it's a plow pose. Whatever feels good to you, take that posture and whatever feels good to your body. And then begin to gently lower your legs down. If it feels good to lower your legs all the way down, I'm going to kick my blocks away. Or maybe it feels good to keep those knees bent. Maybe you want to relieve that tension from your lower back. So whatever feels good to you. I want you to take heart to belly and heart and hand to heart and hand to belly. Take an inhale in and exhale out. Just remember to breathe. Start to soften the toes. Start to release the tension in the knees. If your knees are bent, maybe they start to gently part. Release the tension in your hips. Allow your fingers to uncurl. Allow your shoulders to relax. So my knees are coming all down. It's turning into a butterfly. Allow your head to gently relax. Unclench your jaw. Release the tension in between your eyes. On your exhale, I just want you to release. Turn that awareness towards your breath. I want you to go inward here, gently listening for any parts of the body that may still be holding tension. And on that exhale, I want you to gently just release the tension out of your body. This may take several breaths for your body to fully release, and that's okay. Just gently allow yourself to lean into that. We're here on the mat to allow ourselves that opportunity to connect with not only our practice, our body, our energy. Set those intentions for our day. So I invite you to take a few breaths of silence just to gently seal that intention. So I'm going to go quiet, but know that I'm here holding space, and I'll let you know when we're ready to come back. Let's start by bringing awareness back into our bodies, back into the space around us. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to invite breath back in. nice and deep. I want you to begin to hug one knee into your chest, and then the other knee comes into your chest. Gently rolling over to a comfortable side, cradle your head. Taking up space here. Gently taking that top hand to push yourself up to a nice, comfortable position. Take hands to heart center, thumbs to your chest. I want you to thank yourself for showing up for you today. Thanking your body for showing up for you. And I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. I want you to continue to listen to your body as you take this energy with you off the mat and share it with others, because energy is contagious and infectious, and we want to share the good stuff. Until next time, namaste. My body wanted that extra breath. Hopefully yours did too. I told you when I came to this practice, I was like, I'm tired. I really wanted to make sure that I got my practice in, because it feels good when I come to the mat. It really, really does. And I know that a lot of times for accountability, like, we need others to show up. And I love to be able to show up for others. So I'm so honored that you're here. I thank you so much for being a part of the practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That's how we keep this YouTube algorithm, the algorithm of YouTube that says, you know what, Tianna has some great content and we want to begin to amplify this to others. And remember, you can tell a friend to tell a friend, share with at least one person. And I said last week that I was going to mention my retreat date, and I don't remember if I actually said it, but I do have it here. The retreat is going to be, and I want to make sure I have, because I put it here on my phone, so I make sure I remember, November 9th to the 12th. Okay, it's going to be local to the DMV. I cannot wait to have you. So I hope, I'm going to bring my little microphone right here so that you can hear me a little better. I hope that you're able to enjoy it. And there are going to be more details that come. If you're not a part of my mailing list, you can go ahead and get a part of my mailing list. All of my information is right here. All right, feel free to scan the code. Feel free to reach out to me. I don't have any in-person private sessions at the moment. I do have virtual private sessions that I have right now at the moment. So if you're looking for any private sessions, feel free to reach out for that. I thank you so much. I see we have a new person here, Jasmine Monique. Hey, once you're here, your family, so welcome. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being a part of the class. Tamisha said, namaste, thank you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it was refreshing. I hope that it was. We have Jackie saying, great job, and grand rising. Grand rising to you as well. I hope that you enjoyed it. Carlos said, thank you. Thank you very much for such a fabulous class. I thank you. I thank you for joining. It's really nice to be able to interact live. Even though I cannot see you, we see each other, right? We see each other. Twitch, my moderator, said, great practice. It was truly helpful. I am glad that you enjoyed it. So glad that you enjoyed it. I thank you so much. And remember, thank you so much. Oh, Mother in Yoga. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And Twitch, my moderator, said, if you enjoyed it, please give it a like and bring one. Each one bring one next week. That's right. That's how we keep this thing going. So each one bring one, right? We keep it going like that. And once you're here, your family, know that I am so appreciative of everyone that comes. And that's why I love to give the shout outs. When I'm not in the studio, I can't give the shout outs on the screen, but I still call it out because you're live. We get this experience live. So I love that. All right, Tamisha said very refreshing and much needed. That's where that came from, right? My glow has gone away. I tell you, this tan and this I had a big mosquito bite on my head from Mexico, but it's all right. It's now become a little bruise, but it's fine. All right, Lachelle said thank you so much, Lachelle, as well. And I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. We'll be here same time, same place next week. I am so glad that you're here, and I cannot wait to see you again next week. All right. Remember, tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. I will see you next time. All righty. Bye bye. We're going to dance it out a little bit. All right. That's enough of my dance. See you.